you. And then we're also going to go live on Facebook.
Hey, Mark, good to see you.
We still have people trickling in, and now we have our distribution of our calls spread a little leaner because we have people dial in from Facebook Live. So it's so hard to know who's here.
Awesome. Jennifer, how long would you like me to chat about style to design?
You know, we have a group that's pretty cozy and asks a lot. I think that's kind of what's different about our group. We kind of talk a lot and get engaged. So I'd say, you know, as long as your presentation goes, and then we'll open it up for questions and answers. And it's, you know, very open, casual dialogues.
Love it. Sounds great.
It's just you, if that helps.
Okay. You just want to make sure. I definitely want to be respectful of others. So
yeah, well, we usually go an hour. If we go shorter, that's fine. If we go a little longer, some people, you know, will hang on. But usually we cut out right before the end of the hour, and we do have. Hopefully, we'll have some questions and engagement. I know you've been making the rounds, so
I know we were really bummed we missed meeting you when you were at the Clearwater office here.
Well, she was in Gulfside yesterday, right?
Gulfside, yep.
Yeah, was that Monday, right?
Okay.
Monday.
Yeah. I can't even keep track of myself.
I know, and I hopped onto Brandy's call too, so that was fun.
Oh, good. I know.
We've been tracking you.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, so let's get started. I'll do a little housekeeping, and then Anjali will get us started. So thank you everybody for joining our Let's Talk Luxury call. We meet every first Wednesday. I always try to brand that into everyone. So our next call is April 5th. Our objective for our call is to connect luxury-focused agents with luxury industry leaders. There are 3 hosts of the call. I'm Jennifer Scales. I'm in Tampa with Anjali Gill. She's also in Tampa. And then Jason Smith is down in Miami, except today he is somewhere traveling the world.
Setting.
Yeah. Yes. So he gave us a heads up that he was going to miss the call and would catch it on record. So Jason Smith is our South Florida, Miami partner. Many of you receive the email notifications. If you are not receiving emails and want to, I will put instructions in the chat. We also have a Facebook group now where we post information about the events. I'll put that link in the chat. And then we post our recorded calls to our YouTube channel. So there'll be three links in the chat. I'll put them in there in just a minute. Anjali is going to introduce our very special guest today. And then I'll continue to monitor the chat. And then, you know, as per usual, hold on to your questions and let's talk a little bit at the end and do a little Q&A session. So without further ado, Anjali, do you want to let us know who's joining us today?
Thank you, Jen. This is exciting. We have the gorgeous Heather Kane joining us today, and she is going to tell us how to make the homes look as gorgeous as she looks. I mean, she obviously knows a thing or two about it, right? So NAR tells us that the staging is the only service that in the preparation of a house for sale that brings measurable value. That says a lot because that is your biggest selling point with your client. You can actually give them measurable value. Homes sell for up to 20% more. And it's all thanks to people like Heather and Lauren and the team at Style to Design. Now, let's tell you a little bit about Heather in case you don't know, although I'm sure everyone knows everything about Heather by now, since, you know, quite up there as a celebrity in KW, as the leader of one of the newest communities. So Heather started in 2004 with flipping homes in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, opened her own brokerage in 2012, and started Heather Kane Premier Properties in 2016. So it's been, wow, I don't know when you get time to sleep, really busy life. What's interesting is that Heather brings a different, modern, fresh approach to real estate and a sense of, you know, fashion and style that we all could really do with when we're selling homes that make them so beautiful that people just, want to buy them the minute they see them. And she calls this buying and selling experience the Kane difference. I like that. Nice branding. And she teaches how to stage, design, and decorate homes to sell a lot higher than the competition. Now you've got some good TV experience as well with HGTV, being on HGTV House Hunters and Fox with Homes with Heather. Wow. Tell us more about you, Heather.
Well, thank you so much for having me today. I'm super grateful for the opportunity. Really, when it came to staging and designing homes, what happened was 2 years ago, I decided to make a change. So I was an independent broker. I owned my own brokerage. And I realized, like many of you, that I need the leverage, especially in a luxury area. So Naples, our average price point is 1.2 million, my team. And I realized I needed luxury tools, right? And so I went to the #1 luxury real estate company in the world, which is Keller Williams, right? And when I joined Keller Williams, the gal that recruited me, I said to her, I said, mark my words, I will launch the largest staging and design platform in the world with Keller Williams. And that was 2 years ago. And she was like, yeah, that's cute. How's that going to happen? Like, how are you even going to do that? Well, when there's a will, there's a way. And when you have a vision and you don't stop, it happens. So just to kind of share that with you, I mean, I think that's luxury service, right? It's luxury service and going beyond measures to create something that makes you different than your competition. So staging and design has always been a passion of mine. We have our own in-house staging and design team here in Southwest Florida. We can stage 30 houses at any given time. My team carries on average 40 to 50 listings. And so those are our resume for our future business. So what I share with agents is, listen, your listings have to be your portfolio. And if you are not looking at your listings as your portfolio, you're doing yourself a disservice, because what you put out in the world is what you get back, right? And so when I list a house, or my team lists a house, that's what we have to look at. If we put this on the market, are the neighbors going to go, wow, this house looks amazing. If I'm going to list my house, I'm going to list with that person, right? So just always kind of think that in the back of your mind. And so what happened was I merged with Keller Williams. I actually invested, and I'll share it with you because it's fact. I invested over $250,000 into a platform that could revolutionize real estate by design. That is our trademark. And I presented it to Sajid Patel and Gary Keller, and they hands down said that this is absolutely what Keller Williams needs. And they asked if I would lead a community for Keller Williams to teach all agents how they could get the same leverage that I have as a team owner to all of them in their business. So that was the start of August of last year, as we launched a soft launch at Mega Camp, but really our full launch just happened at Family Reunion, which was fantastic. So we have hundreds of members that are part of the community. We have testimonials, but we have an agent that made $100,000 in 30 days off our platform. The testimonies pour in that our platform is helping them win luxury listings, helping them win. We have another who won 120 listings with a builder through our platform. So who wants to see this platform? All right, I'm going to share. Do I have screen share capabilities? All right.
You should have capabilities.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Great. So the first thing I actually like to share with you guys, though, that there's 3 types of agents that say they want to use this platform. Okay. The
Heather,
first, can you
Heather,
see?
I see your screen. It says that you're sharing, but it's a black screen. Is that right?
Let me try and share again. No, it wasn't right. So let me try and share again.
I love when you share your screens. Their rooms are so pretty.
There you go. That worked.
Yes.
That worked.
Perfect. So what I always say is there's 3 types of agents that want to utilize the platform. There's agent A that says, I just need the value proposition. I need to be the resource for everything when it comes to my buyers and sellers for staging and designing their house. Now, why would you want to be the resource for design? What do you guys think?
Because
So,
to be the resource for everything.
Yes.
you want to be the resource. People laugh, but my favorite word is sticky. I want to keep my database as sticky to me as possible, right? So not everyone's going to buy or sell a house at all given times, but someone's going to need to furnish their home. Someone's going to need to renovate their kitchen and bath. And I want to be the resource for them so that they will always think of me when they think of anything related to their home. Okay. So that's agent A. Agent B says, I want the value proposition, but I kind of make some money off this platform. So if that's agent B, then that agent, we can help them as well. So we teach education and masterminds every single month. I also teach a weekly workshop where we show you how to create revenue off the platform. Okay. And then you have agent C that says, I want the value proposition, I want the revenue, but I kind of want to own my own staging and design business. So if you are agent C, we coach and train you on how to do that. I have a lot of agents that have now become the in-house staging and design firm for the Market Center based off this platform, because now they have all the tools to support the agents, right? So the question I would ask you, and put it in the chat, are you an A, B, or C agent? So chat away. Let's see what we got here. A, love it. Thanks, Sharon. B, so B and C. All right, good. We have some mix. Fantastic. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and dive into the platform. So stylettodesign.com is the website that you go to, but I'm going to show you as if you were a member, okay? And memberships to Style Design are just like all the other communities. It's the $199 a month. So just putting that out there. There is a fee to be part of this platform. And through this platform is where you get everything that I'm going to show you here today, unlimited access, okay? So the first thing is, Jen, can you and I kind of role play, or who would like to role play with me? You, is that good?
I can do it unless anybody else.
Go for it.
All right, perfect. So I'm going to show you my favorite way to do it first, okay? How many of you guys sell outdated kitchens and baths? I mean, homes with outdated kitchens and baths. Okay.
Well,
So,
they say they tell me that it's been updated, and then you show up.
yeah, right. All right, Jen. So you and we're at a listing appointment right now. Okay. And a lot of beautiful, I know when I moved to Southwest Florida, I told my husband, I'm going to transform paradise one house at a time, right? I'm going to de-Tuscanize Southwest Florida because everyone, and yes. Okay. So, all right, Jen, you're the seller and I'm the agent. Jen, thank you so much for having me in your home today.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. I'm excited to hear what you have to offer.
Good. So my job as your agent is to sell your home for the most amount of money and as quick as possible. Is that something you're wanting to accomplish?
Of course.
Great.
Yes.
So I see that your home was built in 2000, and according to pulling permits, it doesn't show that there's been any updates since 2000. Have you updated any of the kitchens and baths?
Well, sure. We've done a lot of updates. We had a painter come in and, we updated our sinks, but no big major updates.
Okay, awesome. So my job as your agent is to kind of show you exactly what homes are selling for in your area. And what I want to show you is that price per square foot, homes that have been completely renovated, new bathrooms and new kitchens, sell for more money price per square foot than unrenovated. Does that make sense?
Sure, I guess. I hadn't thought about it.
Yeah, so perfect. So one of the objections we might receive from your house is that they would want to renovate the kitchens and baths, because anytime kitchens and baths are over like 10 years of age, a lot of times they need a refresh. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Great. So what I did in preparation for our appointment today is I went ahead and created all these beautiful designs for your home. So when I'm in your home, I would say that your house is a little bit more traditional. Would you agree with me?
Yes.
Great. What do you think of this design right here? Do you think this could be beautiful? Oh
my gosh, that's beautiful, but looks so expensive to do that to my house.
Yeah. So the great thing about it is we source all of the product for all of our customers at very affordable price ranges. We can actually source anything from low, medium, and high. So how I want to show you though is when we have a buyer that might say, well, I want to negotiate the price of this house because I need to renovate it. I want to make sure that we can overcome all of those objections on your house. So I have created unique designs for your home. So that way a buyer could actually see what the price of these products would be. And that would help us with overcoming that objection. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. I wish I would have done these updates and enjoyed them myself.
Yeah, so we have all different types of kitchens and baths of every price point available so that we can help them. But another thing that we like to do, Jennifer, is a lot of times people kind of want to touch and feel these items and see them as well. So I can actually order these samples and have them in your home within the next 3 days. So we could also show them the possibilities of what this would look like in the house. So I can order 5 samples and have them shipped directly to your house. But Jennifer, I can actually take this to a whole nother level if you wanted to, is I could actually take our design boards and I could simulate what those boards would look like in your home. Would you want to see an example?
Yes, that sounds great.
Wonderful. So let me just show you the state-of-the-art technology that I have access to when it comes to listing luxury property. So say, for instance, your kitchen currently looks like this. So what we would do is we would pick the design board and we would actually transform it to look like this. So we would give a complete visual to the buyer of what the actual home could look like.
Wow, that's amazing.
Now, Jennifer, when you were interviewing other real estate agents, did any of the other real estate agents have any solutions for you with maybe your kitchens and baths being, you know, a little on the older side?
No, we didn't even talk about it.
You know what? Do you think this could be a powerful tool so that I can help you get more money for your house?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right? So this is one of the tools, which is why our team, thank God, is #1 in our region. These are one of the tools that we use, you guys. It is so incredibly powerful. When you go into a listing appointment, this right here is going to completely be a game changer for your business.
Heather, as not the seller right now, what are those boards? What kind of investment are they for you as the listing agent?
There's no investment. You get access to all of these boards just being a member. So look, you literally there's hundreds of.
So you would just print them on a nice presentation board. And
yeah. So what we encourage you to do, so all of these boards, you can download them as a PDF right here. Also too, we've built a software. When you download this as a PDF, we teach and train you how you can upload it into Canva if you wanted to, and you can remove these links. So that way, if you put it on a Canvas board and you have it displayed, that you don't have the links on it. Okay. We've also have a system where if there's something in this board that you want to manipulate, we can do that for you as well through our software. Okay. So maybe you don't want gold and you want stainless steel. We have solutions for you. So this is so robust and dynamic which is why we teach all these workshops and you know, training programs on the second and third Wednesday of every month. But what I will say to you is, let me just kind of show you now the profit side, okay? Because some of you said you want to earn a profit. How much do you think it costs to hire a kitchen and bath designer to create designs for you and simulate it? How much do you think the average cost is?
Just to have someone coming through with recommendations, a couple $1,000.
Yeah, a couple of thousand.
$3,500 to $5,000. Yeah. So let's talk about that for a minute. So you have access to all the designs, right? Now to simulate a renovation, you don't have to simulate, but if you wanted to simulate, it does cost $200 because it's a lot of time for us to do that, okay? So that it's not a lot of time. You get the design in 48 to 72 hours, but there's a lot of manpower that goes behind in creating that for you. So you actually, for $200, you can do something that would cost them $3,500 to $5,000. Okay. What if you charged for that? We have agents that make thousands of dollars off our boards.
Yep.
Now, let me share another thing with you. Jen, what if I also said to the buyer, Mr. Buyer, Mrs. Buyer, we have all the designs for you. We've actually already sourced 3 contractors that could actually install these designs in your house for you. And I'm happy to give those to your agent. Now, what we do is we teach you in this program, we have all the contracts, vendor contracts, so that you build vendor relationships with these contractors, and you earn a profit off all the install of all of those renovations. So
you have vendor relationships in each market center, or
no.
not yet.
I have the vendor contract that you would have with your vendor, where it would be that you could use to get a profit off of that, right? So we have built an entire system here where we have all these agreements in place. Now you would definitely want them, they're all Florida written, but you would definitely want to review them with your attorney as well to protect yourself. But a lot of these contracts are built because we've made mistakes over the last 20 years. And we built them to protect us. And so we wanted to share those with you so it could protect you too. So that is more for your agency, right? The agency that wants to earn revenue and have a business. And this, the agent also wants to have a separate LLC because they don't want to muddy those waters with their real estate business. Make sense?
Yeah.
Do you guys see the power of just that one tool? Now that's just one of the tools that I'm going to show you. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I'm here. The part that stands out to me is it helps with your listing presentation, clearly sets you apart. And then it helps the buyers visualize. And then there's actually actionable items that I know I've heard you talk about the return on actually so there's a visual element if there's not a time or an opportunity to make those updates. But then there is also the side of doing the updates.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's interesting.
Think about it with a buyer. Say you're trying to work with a buyer and the buyer is wanting to renovate their future home. I mean, think about the resources that you now have for all of your buyers. It elevates your listing proposition and your buyer proposition to a whole nother level with just on the renovation side. Okay. So let's go staging and let's go design. Okay. So
Heather, we have a question on the topic that you were just on. So
sure.
Danielle, do you want to ask or do you want me to ask? After paying the $200 room reno simulation, what do you get? The before and after platform and materials is what she's asking. Danielle?
So you get the image. Yeah. So you just get the image of, so what happens is you'll submit the before picture, right? And then now I will say we can remove walls and stuff like that too, if you want to create like open concept. And so we may ask for an additional picture, but it's usually that one picture. And then what we do is in 48 to 72 hours, we turn it around to you with a simulated board. So you select what board that you want for renovations, and then that actually gets simulated for you. And you get that sent to you through our portal. With an image that you can actually use in MLS if you wanted to. So obviously if you use an MLS, you have to disclose that it's a simulated image of the inspiration of what the home could be. So, but yes, you can, it's an image that's MLS qualified.
And would we be able to give them sort of a cost estimation? Like if you were to go through with this reno, what would it cost you?
Would want to bring a contractor in. That's where you have your contractor relationships. And so what I would do is if your seller sources that board, I would work with a contractor and figure out what the cost would be. And then the great thing about it is when you're in the renovation, so we also are Keller Concierge certified, and I don't know, we're partnered with Keller Concierge. So we actually have certified boards that are approved by Keller Concierge. You'll see them in this asterisk kind of area. You'll see right here. See that says approved KW Concierge, and it shows you luxury, mid, and cost effective. Okay. So you would want to get a contractor involved because you don't know square footage, right? It could be a little bit of tile. It could be a lot of tile. You could need one slab. You can need 2 slabs of countertops. You could paint the cabinets, or maybe you need new cabinets. I mean, there's such a vary of what the cost would be. So it's better to have a general contractor or whoever you partner with to price that out for you. But if you're looking at price ranges, the Keller Concierge are all priced according to luxury, cost effective, and mid and cost effective. The other design boards are all mid. Okay. So they're all mid price point. They're not high end luxury, and they're not low end.
Good to know. Thank you.
Can we do virtual staging with this platform? Sharon, I'm going to kind of blow your mind in just a minute. We do reality staging, not virtual staging. It's very different. Nobody has ever heard of it because we're the first to do it. So I'll show you, if you want to, I can show you guys what that looks like right now. Let's see. We have such worth with resources and vendors and renovations. Awesome. I hope that answered Danielle's conversation. So we're good. So if we are a luxury staging member, we have access to all of this. Mila, if you're a style to design member, you have access to all of this. I wouldn't, not a luxury member, but Brady Sandall's a member of this. Caroline Hughes, a member of this. They all leverage this in their business. Okay. They love the platform. All right, so let's go. Let me go ahead and let me share with you what reality staging is. Does that sound good? All right, so what it is we actually take our design board and we simulate it in your listings. Let me tell you why. So over the years, I'll admit I've done virtual staging because the price of the house just does not make sense. Or they have dogs, there's smoke, there's a bunch of kids, and I'm like, I'm not putting my stuff in that house. The problem with virtual stages is the buyer falls in love with it the way it looks, but it doesn't actually reality, right? So what we wanted to do is we want to create reality staging. So what we've done is we've actually beautifully designed rooms based off design styles, and we've actually sourced every single product that they can purchase. That just kind of like, whoa. So it's not actually virtual staging. When you use this program, you can actually be the resource for the buyer to be actually take that virtual design and turn it into reality in their house. Okay. This is also great to be able to show your sellers that you are very different. If an agent says they're going to virtual stage, well, I don't virtually stage, I reality stage. And let me share with you why that's so important. Okay. So it's another way to really set yourself apart. And so let's just say you want to do a transitional. You like this look right here. Okay. You just go into this platform. Now this platform, you do pay per image on this one. So this is, and what we can do is we can also wipe the room out. So say you have one that the house is just really ugly. I mean, let's just be real. And you have that picture, we can actually remove everything in the house and reality stage it with the design board. So you can pick how many images that you want there, and then you stage based off of that. So that's a really cool system that we've built for the agents. And the great thing is now let's talk profit, right? So we do it all day long, every day. My design designers are actually out on a job right now because what happened is one of our listings that we reality staged, the buyer loved it, right? So we're actually installing all of that stuff in the house. So they pick the design board and we mark it up anywhere from 50 to 100%. And we make anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 to actually design the house for them. So, or you can say, you know what, you don't want to do that. But if the buyer would like us to do that, our designers have actually offered to go ahead and give you that design at a discounted price of whatever you want, $250, $500. Most boards that are non-luxury sell anywhere from $300 to $500, and luxury boards are usually $500 and up. So that's another awesome way.
I love that you have decluttering in there. That is so needed in 90% of the houses.
Oh my gosh, so needed. And it's amazing what you can do there. I mean, it's like mind blowing.
So
We
just go and wipe out objects from it, and
yeah,
nice.
we can completely swipe a room clean and then make it beautiful again. Yep. So let's talk about staging and design. So what we've built here is we have hundreds of designs of every possible style that you could want. So Jen, what's your favorite style? Oh, you're muted.
I was telling Sylvie we'll come back to her questions. So Coastal, I saw Coastal in your little palette here. So I want to go check that out.
Awesome. So what we've done here, these are considered our non-luxury boards, okay? So these can be used in any home. I mean, honestly, we use these in luxury rooms too, in luxury houses too, because as you can see, they say non-luxury, but they're beautiful, right?
Yeah.
So
Fresh.
let's say that you want to be agency and you want us to create a staging and design business. We have sourced every product that you could ever want for your inventory, and it's all done. So you have to have no skill set in being a designer. Everything's done for you. Okay. So right here, what we have agents that have done is they built their entire staging inventory based off of right here is being able to click and purchase. So everything you see in this room is completely sourced for you to be able to purchase. Okay. So let's also say now you're agent A and you're like, I don't want to buy anything. You are now the resource for everything for your seller to be able to stage their home. You are the resource for all of your buyers when it comes to furnishing your home. You're the resource for every investor to furnish an Airbnb, a VRBO. You're a resource for every builder that wants to furnish out their spec houses. You also bring so much value. We're the closeout team for DR Horton. You also bring so much value because now DR Horton loves it because they can market and say that they have a design team that will help them with furnishing any home that you purchase with them. Right? So the opportunity of all of this is endless. We launch 10 new designs every single week. We have an entire design team that works and is sourcing product constantly. So the great thing about that is you can confidently speak to your clients and say, I have my own in-house staging and design team that is here for your leverage to help you when it comes to staging and designing your home. You can say that with 100% without a doubt, right? Now, the great thing about it is we built it so all you have to do is download all of these and save them. They're all then as a PDF file, and every single product is linked in that board for you. So you can email those to the customer. You can email them to a builder. You can email them to an investor, however you want to do it. Now, let's also
and you could customize these.
I was just going to say, can you mix and match from different boards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we
I mean, you could pay the additional $200 and actually personalize the recommendation to their home. For example, a DR Horton floor plan.
Yeah, so a lot of like we got 120 listings with the builder based off of the renovation platform.
To focus on.
Oh, and they love the fact that we could help them with customizing their home. You know, like if they didn't want the standard selections, they could use the renovation boards and make selections, right? And then they can also furnish. We got a $7 million listing off this platform because they were being charged $200,000 by a designer to furnish the property, and we were able to do it for $85,000. Yeah, so that's just the power of this platform, and you don't have to have any skill set, right? Because it's all beautifully put in a box for you. You know, Gary challenged me, because Heather, how do you put this in a box? So this is the box that was created for all the Keller Williams agents. Do you guys want to do another role play with me real quick? Who wants to do it?
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Okay, so you purchase the items from whatever board and you get them, you stage the house. When the house has sold and you remove them, do you have a separate storage facility?
Yeah,
That you keep
if you're, sorry, Stacy, it broke up there for a minute. What'd you say?
Oh, I was asking if you had a separate storage facility for housing the items.
Yeah, we have 7 warehouses. We have them off the highway, so because we service all the way to North Fort Myers to Marco Island. So yes, we do. because we do turn our inventory. So we stage the property and then we usually remove it within 30 to 60 days because our properties sell really quickly. And either that's going on a truck to another property or it's going back to the warehouse. But we try and keep our inventory out and not in the warehouse because we have so many listings that are just kind of being circulated and going. Now, that's if you're an agency. So an agency is the one that's purchasing inventory and it's going to have a warehouse and probably wants a separate LLC. Okay, but agent A, you're the resource for your seller on everything it is to go to staging. So I'm going to show you the powerful script I use on these accessories. So what we've also created is not every property needs a full stage, right? A lot of it just needs decluttered and it just needs, I always say like lipstick on a pig, you know what I mean? It just needs to be brightened up, you know, it just needs a little refresh. So who wants to, Stacy, do you want to role play with me on this one?
Sure.
Okay, great. So you're going to be the seller and I'm the agent. All right. So Stacy, your house is beautiful. Thank you so much for having me in your home today.
Oh, thanks for coming over.
Good. So my job as your agent is to sell your home for the most amount of money and as fast as possible. Is that something you're wanting to accomplish?
Of course.
Great. Did you know that a staged home actually sells on average 8 to 10% more than an unstaged house?
I
Do
did
you
not
want
know
to
that.
do you want to sell your house for 8 to 10% more?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to share with you guys why I say that, because I'm going to be asking for a 6% commission, and I'm just now sharing with her how I'm going to sell her house for 8 to 10% more. So just remember that in the back of your head, okay? So the next thing I'm going to say is, Stacy, when it comes to selling your house, you know, my job is to create a canvas in your home that all buyers are going to love, right? We have to make sure that we appeal to the broadest range of buyers so that they can envision themselves living in your house. Does that make sense to you? Wonderful.
Yes.
So in preparation for our meeting today, I went ahead and created some looks for your house that I think would do just that. It would kind of create the broadest range of buyers to draw them in, to really get them to fall in love with your house. But I would love to give you the option to pick. You know, we have modern, traditional, coastal, farmhouse, mid-century, transitional. What look do you really like here?
Farmhouse.
Farmhouse, wonderful, great. So you like this look right here?
Yes.
Perfect. So what I would love to do is go ahead and purchase these items to have in your home so that way we can really showcase your house beautifully. All right. Would you want me to purchase these homes to help get your home listed?
Yes.
Yeah. So if I were to purchase these items to get so that way I can list your home with these to help you get that 8 to 10% more for your house, would you hire me as your agent?
Yes.
Yes. My job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys, this is under $1,000. This is sourced from Wayfair, Amazon, Target. This you could have as inventory on hand if you wanted to start small and be that B agent that wants to make a little bit of money, but it's your leverage to help you win listings. Okay. So this is where you can start really small and you could build up to a C agent if you wanted to, or you could not and just use this as your leverage. Okay. Now, if you're going to do that, you're obviously not going to give them the option of which design to pick. You're just going to say, this is the option they get. Now I'm going to kind of take it to the next level with you. Okay. So Stacy, you're giving me objections. Okay. You're like, no, I've got another interview with another agent. I'm not sure. I really like their marketing plan, you know, all of that. So you're giving me all kinds of objections right now. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to say to you is that, you know what, Stacy, I completely understand where you're coming from. I want to show you that I'm going to invest in your investment to help you make more money. Because at the end of the day, you want a higher return on your investment, correct?
Correct.
So if I invest in this money and I actually gift it to you as a closing gift, so it doesn't cost you anything, would you hire me as your agent today?
You know, I don't know. I already have appointments with a couple of other agents to interview. The one I spoke to before said they would sell my house for a 5% commission. And I'm just not sure.
Yeah. So I completely understand where you're coming from. What I would ask, what I would recommend you asking that agent, right, is what are they going to do to invest in your home to help you get the highest ROI? I would really love for them to give you a visual of exactly what they're going to do with your house, because many times there's agents that say that they will stage or that they'll help you get a higher ROI, but they're not actually coming with something of tangible value. And what I'm showing you today is something of tangible value.
Right. But when they say that they're going to stage the house, doesn't that mean they're going to bring products like this in and make the house look great?
Yeah. So if they are, that's wonderful. And I have the same option that I can do that as well for you. And what I would ask is, what are they charging you to do that?
Well,
So-
they didn't say there were any additional fees, but they did say they would reduce their commission to 5%.
So they said they would reduce their commission by 5% and they would stage.
Yes.
Great. So then you have to ask yourself as the agent, am I willing to do that?
Stacey's hardball.
No, but it happens to us all
She
the
told
time.
me to be.
No, it happens. You might turn the fan on. It's so hot in here. My office is really hot when we close the door, but I have to close the door because otherwise everyone will come in and want to talk to me. But I would recommend you guys, you have to set your business plan in place when you launch this, and you have to figure out what your profit margins will be, right? And whether it's worth it for you to, if you have inventory on hand, whether or not you can go down to the 5% and stage, like, is there enough profit? And depending on the price point of the house, there might be, there might not be, right? So those are just, that happens all the time with us. But this is what I've realized over the years of doing this is people want visuals. People can say they stage a listing, but they don't actually know or see what that actually means. And so this is a great way to do that. Sound good?
Yes. I have
Awesome.
another question.
Yeah.
With the pre-listing engagement video
Yeah.
through KW Luxury, can this be loaded onto that? So with the before and after.
I am sure it can. Do they preload that for you?
I haven't gotten my first one yet. So
Okay. Now, did you do the luxury pro?
no.
Okay. I don't know, but I can ask that's a good question for Brady and Caroline. I'm not sure. I mean, they both have the platform and utilize it. So I'm not sure on that side. So that is how you guys use all the staging and design boards, right? So they're all hubbed right here. We also have an entire marketing platform. And this might kind of blow your mind even more, but what we've done is we've created all the marketing behind this value proposition. We've created before and afters. We created the brochure, farming letters, listing inserts, postcards, social media posts, and testimonials. We've created all the marketing. It's built through Canva so that you can take this and you can completely customize it to your brand. And you can use this to market to your database or to do this. These are our farming letters. But we did this because we know that we can give you this amazing value proposition, but if you don't actually have an easy button to market it, you might not actually use it. So this is the trifold brochure, but everything's in here for you. Isn't that awesome? So all you have to do is, you just put your phone number here, your email, everything's done. And you put your logo on this as well. You can even, if you have your own, a lot of the members of our community have their own LLC with their own name and logo. So they use their, like one's Collective 48, RG Designs, they put their logos instead of the Style Design logo on it. All right. Any questions on that?
Actually, not on that, but Dalton had one. Can you restate the "I'll gift you" script again, please?
Yeah, so that's under our accessories. We don't gift other staging, of course. The accessories are just our least expensive items. So what we were saying is Stacy and I were chatting, and I only pull out the gifted script if I know that it's tough, right? Like I might not be getting this. It might be just that tip that's going to get me over to the top. And so basically it's saying, Stacy, if I were to invest in your investment and purchase all of these items to help sell your home for more money, would you hire me today? And I would purchase these items and gift it to you at closing. It would be your closing gift from me. So that right there, I can't tell you how many times that has just kind of just tipped us right over, right? And so many times people will be like, well, I have to think about it today, but my husband will be home tonight. If I call you at 5 o'clock and I sign it, would you still do it? And I'm like, yes, I will. But it has to be today, right? So it's a sales tactic, right? Everyone wants something for free. Okay. Was that good?
That was great.
That was wonderful. Thank you.
Perfect.
And since we're talking about the listing presentation, I'll ask my question now instead of save it. Do you tend to, is your style to go into your listing presentation with your, digital boards here, or do you use it as a reason to come back and customize? Like, how do you use it in your, or maybe adjust per for each of the clients, but what's the most natural way to use it? Do you start talking about it in your initial conversation and showing visuals?
Yeah, we do start talking it, because when I open this platform up and I show it to a seller, they're like, wait a minute, could I use this on my next house?
Oh, yeah. It's
That
just
means I wouldn't have to
stands out.
hire a designer. You could help me with all my renovations. So I could find a house that's outdated and I could use this. I'm like, yeah, if you hire me, you can have access to this. So it's my leverage. So I always show it.
It does. It sets you apart, obviously. So.
It sets you apart. And then you don't know how many referrals. Oh my gosh, my neighbor's wanting to renovate their kitchen. Could you help them? Oh my gosh, this person's wanting to do their bath. Could you help them? And I'm like, of course I can. Why? Those are all people to put in my database for future business.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, so we have a few more questions. Sylvie is in Montreal and she wanted to know about sourcing the items, and would the timeline and price differ a lot, I guess?
Yeah, so everything on our non-luxury is all sourced by national brands, Amazon, Target, Wayfair. Okay, we stuck to those because of just that, right? We have members from not just here in the US, but I believe they ship there, right? Yes. So our luxury brands are also national. So they're Pottery Barn, Restoration Art Hardware, Z Gallery, Serena Lily. So those are also very large brands because of the same thing. We wanted to be able to have them shipped everywhere. Our house, those brands. So I don't know if the pricing would change. I'm sure it does, right? But those, so when you look here, let's just say we're in the traditional bedroom. Let's just have fun and let's look at it, right? So you would just change. I know that this can ship to Canada, so you would just change. I'm sure, you get access right directly to the site. So I believe you would be fine. Mine's already saved in my location and all that stuff, but everything is sourced directly to the site that you purchase it from. Now, if anyone here already owns their own staging and design and has affiliate links, because some people you can get discounts from Wayfair and you can have Amazon and Target affiliates. We teach you how to take this board right here and these click-through links. We can show you how you can make those your affiliate links. So you can also earn profit off it that way too. So if someone purchases it, you can. So you can definitely switch out these links, and we teach you how to do that through Canva.
And she had another question of what is included in a board? Is it only one room?
So every board, like this is your bedroom, right? And so when you're in this dashboard right here, you can click by style. So you click by style and then you click by room. So living room, entrance square, bedroom, dining room, kitchen, office. So everything that you would need for that room is all there and it's sorted by style. Okay. And then when we did this too, we also made sure that everything is can work with each other. So say these end tables go out of stock last minute, these end tables will work and these end tables will work. Say this artwork goes out of stock, this artwork can work with this room. So we made it that everything can also interchange, which is why we sort it by room and by style, just in case, God forbid, something goes out of stock. Now, we also launch 10 new boards every single week. So that's also how we're staying on top of inventory as well. So a board never gets launched unless we have plenty of stock of the items. Any questions on that? Awesome. So the dashboard that you see here, it's robust, right? You have all of your staging and design boards, you have all of your marketing boards. We also have a training and resource center where everything that we've done has been recorded for training. So you have access to all of this as well, which is our on-demand training. So we also have a staging guide of exactly how to stage a house from A to Z, your checklist of staging items. We have paint guides of every style of paint and all the top colors for you to be able to utilize if you need to help anyone with painting their home, or if you are wanting, to do interior, exterior paint selections. So that is all in here as well. This is kind of a cheat sheet of the top things to use for sellers. We have pillow guides. I mean, we have everything here, the top needs for having a staging company, and then all of our training videos are housed in here for you guys. So there's on-demand training there for you as well. And we have guest speakers on here that are utilizing the platform and at a high level. So you could see how they're leveraging it in their business too. And then you have that virtual, which is our reality staging, and then the renovations, all our forms of agreement. And then we also just launched this social media branded bundle. And that's basically all the social media and all the marketing material that you saw. If you want us to brand it for you and you don't want to have to do anything, we can handle all of those customized marketing materials for you. And we'll deliver it in a Google Drive to you every month of all the social media with the calendar of when to post and your captions to write. That is an additional fee. That's $65 additional a month, but it's just if you want the easy button and you don't want to actually do it yourself. And that was basically brought because we had a lot of members that were like, I want to market it all the time, but I'm too lazy to actually do it. So we created that for them.
Heather, I think we're going to have a handful of more questions, but as we get closer to the end of the hour,
we're done.
I'm seeing, I was seeing a lot of people asking or needing to hop off. So maybe we pop into how do they enroll and how do they participate? And then we come back and answer any open questions. That way, if somebody needs to hop up, they have the tools and links to enroll. And to answer one quick question, if you're on the email list, you will get a follow-up from me with this recording, and I will add any notes from Heather and her team. So I'm going to, while she's talking to you, I'm going to make sure that you know how to make sure you're on the email follow-up list.
Awesome. So all you go right here is to styletodesign.com. You're going to click this membership button right at the top. And then from there, there's 3 different options. Individual is $199. If you own a team or you're a team lead and have a market center and OP, we have a lot of those that like to offer this as recruiting tools. So there's 3 for $399 and 5 for $599. And it's really easy. All you do is just say buy now and you put your information in. You do have to be a KW agent because it's exclusive for KW, but you put your information in and then you'll get your password from us within 24 hours. We also created a 30, 60, 90-day plan for you. We have orientation every Friday. I think it's Friday or is it Thursday? Every Thursday. And then you plug right into our workshops and education. Was that good for you, Jen? We want to answer some of these questions.
Yeah, I just had a few people asking about enrolling. They were excited. And so I want to make sure we hit that before we lost them. And then we can hang on with any questions. And maybe if you're done with the presentation, maybe we just open the mic and open up the dialogue. People shout out your questions if I've missed them, because there's a lot going on. People are excited. I mean, the overall takeaway, and truly this is, of all the memberships, this is the best resource I recognize that actually you truly get a return on it. I mean, we all pay for these services. And so it's just amazing resources. And there's so many ways to use it. And what I think, one more plug for Heather, what I think is most interesting, or one of the most interesting things, is that you have weekly calls to make sure that everybody knows how to use the tools, and so that everything stays fresh. So we're all getting great ideas.
Yeah. The workshops are priceless. You know, even if you have a listing appointment and you kind of want to work through some ideas for it, that's the perfect time. You get an hour with us every single week, just on the workshops.
That is priceless. I mean, it's so well thought through. It's so simple and classy. I mean, it's wonderful.
Thank you. It's a vision. I had this vision and I was like, okay, how am I going to do this?
It's a lot. You did it.
Yes, I did it.
It's pretty amazing. All right. So do you guys, anybody, I know there are some questions in here I've missed because I'm talking.
Sylvie, you can unmute yourself. You've got a few questions. Go for it.
Yes, I'm sorry. I just got out of a cold. My voice is not at its best. I wasn't sure if I understood well that there was a price list if we were to just adapt one of these boards to the client's actual room in their home. And then there was a $200 per board. Was that if we wanted tailor-made it, you know, from any kind of items from the platform? Is that correct?
No, you get access to all the boards for the $200 a month. So there's no cost per board. So you get unlimited access to every single board. If you want to take a renovation board, just a renovation board, and you want to simulate the renovation into the actual property, that's the only time you pay the $200. Okay. If you want to do reality staging, then there is a cost. If you want us to implement that room in that, it's $40 for 5 images, $40 times 5, because it's $40 an image, or $42 if it's 3 images.
Okay, and renovation boards, does it matter if there are items already in the room or not? Is it extra money if we have to remove some stuff before we redecorate it?
No, we swipe the renovation one clean no matter what. So okay, yeah. So because we're rebuilding the room through our renovation designs. So yeah, we have to swipe it clean. So there's no decluttering fee there. No, it's just the 200 flat fee.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. 200 is a steal, Karen. I would agree with you on that. Keller Williams wanted it to be a really good price for you guys. Really, yeah. Eloise said, so if we gift the items to the seller, what is their if they cancel? So that's our staging agreement. So remember how I showed you guys that I have all the agreements in here to protect you? These are the agreements right here to protect you, that they would have to pay a cancellation fee, and you put that fee in there. Okay. So please know that we've worked very hard on those agreements, and that's because we have been burnt. So they're there in place to make sure you're protected. But obviously you would want your attorney to review them. That's Keller Williams talking, because they want to make sure you guys know that. Anyone else? Heather, this is so amazing. Thank you. Love it. Love. Yay. See any other questions?
Someone's asking, can you cancel the membership? Do you just pay month to month, or is it a
month to month? Yep. Yeah, it's a month to month fee.
I probably would be more of an agent A or B, but if you were an agent C and it sounds like a really great opportunity and you decided to be that person for your market center, who had, the warehouse and do you see that person buying mostly accessories? Or are they also buying furniture, and are they charging the other agents? How does that concept sort of flush out?
Yeah. So I'll share with you, we have a lot of agents that do that, and how they've done it is that they actually will charge the agent or seller half up front and half at closing. And what they're doing is that half up front is the money they're using to buy the furniture. So they're creating their inventory over time. So they're maybe not starting with 5, 10 listings at a time. They're saying, I'll do half up front, and that money that they get half up front, they're investing and buying stuff. And then the other half they're looking at as profit, or also depending on, I mean, you're building a business, right? It's an investment. Yeah. So that's how a lot of agents have done, agents that are working the platform have done it, is they're using that half up front as their money to purchase, if they don't have the collateral to put it right up front anyway.
Terrific. Yeah. But it makes sense to have, a solid person in your market center that's really has a robust amount of inventory. I would, I'd love that. Or yeah, so that's great.
We're staging a $7 million house this week, a $550,000 house at one point. I mean, we're like, we have a van. I mean, we've built it. We're a big agency, right? But it's such leverage for us, and it's also a profit. It's a great profit center. So Gary Keller challenged us all to create innovation stacks onto our business. We're thinking really small if we just want to be a realtor, but if we can stack profit off of our business, that's where you actually build wealth. And so this is a wealth building platform.
Christine's asking about the prices on the boards. I think I know the answer to that. Do the boards tell your clients where the items are coming from? For example, would they be shopping Wayfair versus Target, or I'll let you answer that question.
Yeah. So you can do the boards many ways, right? If you want to sell the board, when you're meeting with a client, you're not going to give them the click-through links, right? So we teach you how you can download these boards and remove those click-through links, okay? Or you can sell this board and all you do is just download it as a PDF and you email it to them, and the click-through links are embedded into that file. So for instance, we have a gentleman named Josue Martin. He's out of Houston. He does 3, 6, and 9 packs of boards. He sells 3 boards for $1,500, 6 boards for $2,500, and I think 9 boards for $5,000, right? And that's all he does is download them as a PDF, puts them in a Google Drive, and he collects money. He sells it to investors. He does property management. He has Airbnbs and VRBOs. So he works with all of these people that just want to furnish their investment properties, and they use this platform. And they purchase. He does not purchasing anything. He's just giving them the design for the house. But they're thinking, wow, this is a steal. I can have a designer completely design my house for $2,500, $5,000. Like that's so cheap.
And Karen, I think we've had a couple of questions about how you use the gifting. Do you gift it as part of like a staging offering, or do you gift it to them that they keep forever? Like, I mean,
forever.
So Karen, does that answer your question? I kind of summarized your question.
So
yeah, if they don't want it, how does that work? If they just want it staged because they don't want the hassle of it, but then at the end they want you to take the items back, I'm guessing you just do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely. What I love to do, and this is, I've been in real estate for 20 years, is I love taking everything that we've done to stage their house. And I always say, listen, I know that there's a little, like if they purchase it, I know there's a little investment now, but when you get into the new home, let's take this and let's stage your house to live in. So a lot of people say, well, my house is beautiful, but now I'm selling it. Well, no worries, because now we're going to make the next house beautiful together. Any other? I know we're kind of running over.
This has been so amazing. Thank you, Heather.
I love it. So many ideas.
Yeah, the platform is really wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. And it's only getting better. We're launching so many more new things. We have exterior launching so everyone can make their outdoor space beautiful for the summer.
Fun, yes.
Yeah, so we have so many great new things that are launching. So sign up, become a member. We would love to have you part of this community. We are referring business back and forth to each other because everyone in our community wants to refer business to people that also stage and design for their clients. So we hope to see you guys on some of our masterminds in education.
Great. So there's been some
you so much.
questions that I can answer, which is a few people have asked about the recording. And if you receive emails from me, which most of you do, then yes, I send out the recording link and I'll send out any messages on how to enroll in the program. Along with that, it usually will be emailed to you like within 2 days after the call. Also, we do post the recording to our YouTube channel, so click there and you can follow all of, we've had Gary on there and Jason Abrams and all sorts of great presenters. And then, but the quickest way we're finding to communicate is just join our Facebook group. Then when the video goes live, I'll let everybody know it's live. I'll also provide any information that Heather and Lauren provide us on where to go to subscribe or, enroll. So those are 3 places to get the follow-up. You'll get the follow-up video from me if you're following one of those areas. And then I guess just to close out the call, don't forget our next call, first Wednesdays. So next one is April
5th, I
April
believe.
5th. So April 5th, and you'll receive an email if you're on the email list, or you'll be notified through Facebook and YouTube. Our group keeps growing. We used to manage it by email, but we've had a lot of new attendees and guests find us other ways. So it's hard to keep track of everybody these days, which is exciting. Thank you, Heather and Lauren. And I think that's it for now.
I appreciate you guys so much for having me, and
Yes.
let's do it again when
Oh my
all of our
gosh.
new stuff launches too, okay?
Absolutely. We have you come back on as stuff keeps getting refreshed so then we get to know all the good stuff.
I
Thank
love
you
it.
so much.
Sounds great. Take
Yeah,
care.
thanks for making time for us. We know
course.
you're busy, and we loved having you. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.